we've got another opportunity going to the East Coast, playing Appalachian State. They're playing very well right now. We were, after reviewing the tape, more negatives than positives after last week's game. The scoreboard indicated that as well. There were some positives out of it, though. I thought Cam threw the ball as well as he has since he's been here, and we'll build on that. There's a couple changes on the depth chart, if you noted. John Wick will not be traveling with us this week, and that's because of an injury. Also, change of corner, change of Mike linebacker, and we're just evaluating all our personnel to make sure we're putting the best players on the field that are ready to go at this time. So we're fairly healthy, and this will be a big challenge, but a great opportunity for us. So at this time, questions.
Craig, with the moves at linebacker, what did you see? What did you not like on film, and what did you see with these changes that you're hoping to get improved play?
What we did see, we saw Lucas probably play one of his better games, and to integrate him into the defensive scheme, to put him in position to make more plays. We felt like that would be a positive move. There's things that Tim has done in the past that would indicate that making the move to the will linebacker is a positive move, and we just need some more play out of a Mike linebacker. So that's what we saw.
Coach, can you disclose Sean's injury and what's the severity of it?
Yeah, I probably would get on some slippery slope, but I can tell you it's concussion-like symptoms, and that's about as far as I can go. So that's being honest with you guys. So we're not going to string our media people along. I don't think Sean will have an issue with that, but those things are being reviewed right now by our medical staff.
So you get Robert back, and he started the second half. What did you like from Antonio? I see he's in the starting lineup too. What are you liking there?
First of all, we thought Robert came in and he made a couple open field tackles, so he's improved his tackling. It was great to have him back in the second half. We certainly missed him in the first half. For a true freshman, Antonio came in. He played fairly well against Washington State. There was one miscue he had against New Mexico, but he's got poise and composure for a freshman, and we need to find another play at that spot, at that corner position. We weren't pleased with the complete play by the secondary. Too many big plays, and I can't sugarcoat it any other way. You guys watched the game too, and for us as coaches to sit by, and if there's some things that we can correct with personnel, we're going to do those things to try to prevent big plays.
Was that the main source of making those changes in the depth chart, was just to try to stop some of those big plays that have plagued you this year?
Well, that's pretty accurate. I mean, when you have a long run that occurred on the second play, and then you have a couple long passes, you're going to, if you feel like you got other guys on the bench right now that can go out there and make plays, by gosh, we're going to put the next guy in and give them an opportunity to make some plays. And I want to be real clear. That's not to say that the guys who have been replaced are, benched forever. But if there's some guys that have some ability and show that they deserve an opportunity, and as coaches we see them getting on the field, we're going to do that.
Coach, where's your concern with the mental state of your team here, and how closely do you watch that practice?
Well, you watch that a lot. As a head football coach, one of the advantages you have when you have X number of years of experience, you recognize that, our attitude, particularly when you have a young football team, that's really important. And what is important to do is frame things in practice, make sure that you're staying positive, find the good things, build on the positive things, recognize that, you have a lot of youth. When you have a freshman offensive lineman that goes the wrong way, he's probably playing before he should be playing normally, but he's out there, and so you catch him doing some things right. But then also making sure that you don't have rose-colored glasses on and show them where we can get better. I can tell you this, is that the attitude and the effort on the practice field has been good. We are not going to go through highs and lows. It's not going to be a till of the hun and Oklahoma drill for 36 periods and go full pads. I think that by doing things like that, I know that's a recipe for disaster. We have these guys. They're going to be guys that we're going to have in our program for a long time. We're going to coach them up.
Craig, how's Tanner doing? I know you said he had some rib cartilage issues. I see him on the depth chart, so is he good to go?
Yeah, I would say he's going to be probable. There's a little bit of concern. He probably won't practice tonight. Maybe earlier in the week where we feel like he'll be able to go at the tail end of the week. And he's having a great year. And so to have him out there on the field against App State is really going to be helpful. The other thing is when you have a player who has the number of game reps he's had now, we're more comfortable inserting him into a game without all the full contact work early in the week.
How important will it be? I know him and Jake have caught the lion's share. I know Hollister's caught a few more passes, but to get some of these younger receivers more reps and more involved, how important will that be? Not maybe just for this game, but even moving forward.
Yeah, and we tried to integrate some guys in the game. You saw us throw a double post route with all our young players in the game. I think, it was noted, on the last drive, even though it was the last drive, there were 3 catches, and they were all freshmen who got the football. It's going to be important that we find some of these younger players who come in and take a look. I would say that we are not completely happy with all our freshman receivers, though. And they need to take a step forward, and that means feeding them with the fire hose. So, to have Jake and Tanner, we think they're playing excellent football. I mean, excellent football, but for us, realistically, we're going to need more than 2 receivers out there. So we're pushing some of those guys, and, we may take a look at Tate Montgomery from Cheyenne. And, like I told you, everybody out there, we're doing everything we can to find that next guy. And if they're going to go in there and compete and show us what they can do, we're going to give them an opportunity.
Coach, I know Sean had a concussion during fall camp too, so he's been a little bit battling injuries, but have you been surprised by just what you've seen from him in the little amount of production that he's been able to have this year?
Well, I don't know when you say little amount of production. I'll disagree with that. Sean's done a great job, and maybe the opportunities he has have not been highlighted as much as Brian. I thought he had a great catch and a touchdown. And so from that standpoint, we're pleased with what he's done. Certainly, we're concerned. What as a head football coach, we've got great confidence in our medical staff to make sure that they're not going to have anybody out there on that field before they're completely cleared. And so that's where he's at right now.
Craig, looks like, with Appalachian State, you look on paper, they're leading the nation in red zone defense, so they can allow them 13.7 points a game. This looks like a pretty stout unit. What are you seeing on film, and is it as good as what it's on paper right now?
Yes, it is. When the game got scheduled, and I knew quite a bit about Appalachian State from the old FCS days, and they went through a period of time where they were great, and then they dipped, and when they first went into FBS, and then they won their last 5 games last year. I think they had 21 starters coming back, and Coach Mallory coached against them against Michigan. All those guys are back. They're a really solid football team, and defensively they've got guys that fly around. They play great technique. We got our work cut out for us. We're going to be going and playing against a really good, experienced football team on the road, and it's not going to be an easy trip to get there either.
You see from them offensively, it looks like they like to run the ball, and they've been good. Their passing numbers don't really pop off the charts. What do you see there?
Well, I think it'd be a misstep not to acknowledge. I think that they throw the ball pretty well, and but you're right. They're going to run the football. The quarterback has not run as much as say like last week, but the quarterback is a run threat. We think they have a great offensive line, and create some holes and pose some challenges for us. It's not like we don't need any challenges.
Coach, I know you can't comment on particular commits, but on the whole, you guys have been able to have some success while you've been having trouble winning. How have you been able to do that, and what do you pitch to recruits at a time like this?
Yeah, well, I appreciate you bringing that up, and I can't get into specific guys who are committed, but I can tell you, these young men out there, they're buying into where this program is going. While the results on the field are not where we like, we knew we'd have some bumps. Our best recruiters are players that are on our squad right now. The message that they're sending is, you know what, the program's headed the right direction, and a lot of people are investing in this program. And, you know, we've been really encouraged by the reception we've gotten. It's always dangerous to say, well, okay, he's going to be a good player just because he had an offer from this Power 5 school, but he chose to come to Wyoming, and they're holding their commitment. We're finding more and more guys that are buying into that Wyoming profile that we set out, and we're going to keep on recruiting our tail off. And it's been really encouraging the response that we've gotten. Guys understand that, you know what, yeah, they're not where the program is right now, where the coaches would like to be, but, you know, in the near future, they're going to be where we think they can be.
Craig, see at guard you still have Boyland or Jackson. I thought, didn't Jackson play most of the game? Is that just a continuing competition through practice, or where does that stand?
We're going to play both of those two guys. You know, there's some things that Caden did that were good, and there were some things that Caden did that were not so good. And Troy's an experienced, seasoned player, not at that spot, but he's a fifth-year guy. And so you're going to see both those two guys play during the course of the game.
Coach, wanted to get your take on something you took kind of the point in that High Performance Athletic Center and the donation by the McMurrays and the matching and all that came out on Saturday.
Thanks for bringing that up, because those are significant events that will forever change not only Cowboy football but all of Cowboy athletics. It's an example of many people in this state that have bought into really making a difference for Cowboy athletics. The McMurray family, and Susie's been wonderful, and Nick and I we're good friends in a short amount of time, and their benevolent gift, that's just another example of everything they've done. But I think it's more important beyond the McMurray gift. I mean, Governor Meade, Senator Nicholas, Kermit Brown, all kinds of other people who have pitched in. Cowboy athletics are not going to stay static, and Cowboy football will not stay static. And I know there may be some naysayers out there that look right now. That's fine and good. The people who really understand how we have to invest and have a plan for the long term are understanding the goal and the vision. And so there's been a lot of collaborative effort by a whole lot of people, and that will forever change Cowboy athletics.